Life often throws curveballs, doesn't it? That night, alone in a tiny hotel room with my stepson Gary, I couldn't shake the tension Logan's absence had created. I missed him, sure, but his neglect was the real problem. Little did I know, a simple trip to see my dad would lead to us being stuck in a cramped hotel room with a single bed. You won't believe what happened next. That morning, I caught my reflection, tense, yet still desirable. Gary, my charming troublemaker stepson, agreed to drive me to Dad's, but not without a cheeky request for a better car. I just wanted the trip over, but fate had other plans. 2 hours in, the car died. Stranded in the middle of nowhere, with no signal and no help, we had no choice but to spend the night at the nearest motel. At the reception, frustration simmered. If Logan found out, he'd lose it. But strangely, I didn't care. Deep down, I knew this night would change everything. A room, a revelation. Before we go on, make sure to subscribe to Rise&Thrives and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the rest. The motel room was a shock. Tiny, dingy, with one flickering light and a single bed. This is it, I muttered, disappointed. Gary just laughed. What were you expecting? A 5-star hotel. His teasing smirk both annoyed and intrigued me. And honestly, the idea of being stuck with him didn't seem so bad anymore. The heat was stifling. I need a shower, I declared. Gary, ever casual, sprawled on the bed. Your kingdom, Carmen. Make yourself at home. I glanced at his lean, toned body and quickly pushed the thought away. He was Logan's son. In the shower, surrounded by steam, my mind raced. I'm 47, he's 22. Stuck here for days. It was unsettling yet exciting. Logan popped into my mind, but the unexpected spark Gary ignited was too powerful to ignore. A glimpse, a new path. Later, seeking a distraction, I went for dinner. As I sat there, my mind kept drifting back to Gary in that small room. His carefree attitude, usually annoying, was now intoxicating. Back upstairs, silence filled the air. I opened the door and my breath caught. Gary was asleep, his robe half open, revealing his body. My heart pounded. I was embarrassed, yet couldn't look away. Carmen, what are you doing? He's Logan's son. I scolded myself, but my gaze lingered. The tiny room meant no escape from his presence. Stepping inside, Gary's steady breathing filled the space. I had to compose myself. It's just one night, I whispered. I sat on the edge of the bed, wondering how I'd make it through. In the dead of night, I woke to Gary stirring, half asleep. I feigned drowsiness, but my heart raced as I felt his eyes on me. He untied his robe, and it slipped open, revealing more of his toned body. A strange warmth spread through me. I realized I had no control, and part of me didn't want it to stop. He put on shorts, still glancing at me, making my excitement grow. He didn't return to bed, but sat in a chair, watching. The intensity of his gaze was both unsettling and thrilling. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I sat up. You're making me so excited, Gary, I said, my voice steady. In that moment, I knew everything had changed. Unspoken desires. I don't know, Carmen, Gary said, his voice low and steady. We've been under the same roof. The more time we spend together, the more I feel for you. I can't hide my admiration. This feels like a dream. His honest gaze captivated me. He spoke of fixing the car, but his eyes never left mine. I've never felt this way before. My heart pounded. I moved to the chair in front of him, our eyes locked. The air crackled with unspoken energy. Gary, I said slowly, are we talking about the same thing? His gaze deepened, a silent answer. There was no turning back. A surge of courage pushed me. When I came in, your robe was open, I confessed, my voice firm. I couldn't take my eyes off you. We can't run from these feelings. I stood, untying my dress. It slipped to the floor, the cool air igniting a stronger heat within. His eyes held surprise and an undeniable pull. We need to even things out, Gary. I stepped closer. We'll see if we're really talking about the same thing. Gary stood, his gaze unwavering, and locked the door. My heart raced. As he approached, his hands found my waist, an electric current. He leaned in, his eyes on my lips. I didn't resist. His kiss was slow, passionate. Our hands found each other, our breaths mingled. It was an explosion of unspoken emotions, his youth and energy colliding with my years of hidden passion. That night, there was no denying our feelings. Exhausted, I lay on the bed, my foot brushing my discarded dress. Gary picked it up, his touch sending shivers through me. He climbed onto the bed, his movements deliberate, his face a mix of excitement and magnetic pull. As he leaned closer, the distance between us vanished. The overwhelming feeling was both painful and exhilarating. I saw his face above me, his hand smoothing his hair, his eyes red, excited and happy. He was out of breath, doing everything with passion. I was glad the car broke down. "I'll never forget this hotel," Gary whispered, his voice trembling, his body tense. "I definitely don't want my father to sell the car anymore." He collapsed beside me, eyes closed, catching his breath. I was too exhausted to speak. My legs wouldn't stop shaking, and I drifted to sleep. The next morning, Gary returned with the fixed car. We had to pick up Logan. On the road, I was filled with regret and excitement looking at Gary. Everything was complicated, but one thing was certain. This journey had changed everything. If you've read this far, I know my story has captivated you. Don't miss out on more. Follow Rise and Thrives, turn on notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you.